Good morning. This is episode 23 of Mediocrity. I'm Danan, and this is a little podcast about the most amazing town in Alabama, Greenville, Alabama, the Camellia City. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I'm doing a little bit different podcast today because something's been really on my heart and my mind for a long time since I moved back to this beautiful town. I see so much potential here and so much joy and energy, and I just enjoy the people so much here, and I see people stuck in nothing but a mindset, just a perspective, and I want to talk about that today. And the reason why I've just decided to go ahead and do it, and look, some things may come up you don't know about me today, but I'm putting it all out there, okay? Just such an inspiration last night. I met a lady and I love meeting people who are passionate. I don't care what it's about. People who have energy and are passionate. Those are the people I love to be around. Those are the people I relate to a lot. And I met this lady. Her name is Nancy Polish. Man, I loved her energy. Even when she wasn't thinking about what she was saying, because I listened to her spiel. Even when I could tell she wasn't. She was just reacting with the way she said some things. She still had energy, passion, positive energy, and passion for what she was doing. And it doesn't matter what that is. That is exciting, and it's great to be around. And it's my hope for everyone I know, not just the people of Greenville, Alabama, that we do, take this life we're given, these short hours, these few hours we're given in this consciousness on this planet, and make something of it. And I'm going to get in depth with that in a little bit. So, I call this episode Breaking the Habit of Mediocrity. I see people stuck in the mindset of mediocrity a lot, and it's easier to see when you have kind of broken out of that yourself, either through meditation or just finding something you love to do, or your faith, your own spirituality, however that is that you've broken out of mediocrity. Man, I'd love to hear about that. If you want to comment, however you're listening to this show, if you want to comment below, I'd love to hear how you've done that, or how other people have inspired you into excellence and out of mediocrity. So I think how mediocrity starts in a lot of ways is our addiction to other people's opinions. And yeah, I do see that in this town. But more and more, I see people breaking out of that. I see young people who don't care about it. There's a couple of generations in this town that I think can only exist in mediocrity. And those people are stuck in a way, and I don't know how it got that way, but I have so much. I am so excited about the young people of Greenville, Alabama, and how much they bring to the table, and how much their passion and their honesty and their truth, and they just don't put up with the bull crap of generations before. They want their life to be something more than just not being gossiped about, So, yeah, I see that, and becoming addicted to other people's opinions, that can happen on social media too. It's not just a small town thing, okay? It's certainly not something this town invented by any means. But it takes a bit of a weakness of mind to get stuck in that cycle. There's nothing sexier than seeing somebody who's working on themselves. And I mean sexier in the general sense, somebody who's bettering themselves, who's trying to find their passion, or walking in their passion, or enjoying the things that they enjoy, and trying to find out about themselves. Oh my God, that's the people I want to be around, man. Because everybody has something they can be excellent at, as long as they don't depend on the opinions of others. God made us this way. This isn't so, I'm not just declaring this, like I didn't make this up, We all have, we all have special talents. We all have something that we can wake up for every morning if we allow ourselves and stop depending on other people's opinions to make us feel good. Because it ain't there. That's not where you're going to feel good. Not for real. And by the way, whatever you think the approval of others is, whatever you think will get their approval, that's fake. You don't know what they think. That's your pretending that they will approve of you, and you don't have to develop your own self-confidence, your own talents. That's just to put yourself at ease. So don't assume that you know what other people will approve of. When you stick your neck out and you do something that you're passionate about, you will get a type of respect from others. Sure, the mediocre people might not like you doing what you love. You know why? Because then that shows a mirror on them that they're not doing what they love. So what? To lower yourself, I mean, it's just the weakest. It's the weakest, and it's the most ungrateful thing you could do, to lower yourself for other people's opinions. And here's why. Being grateful, you should wake up. Did you just take a breath? Get out of the mindset of thinking there's nothing to be grateful for. I think greatness and passion in life, I believe that starts with gratitude. And there are billions and billions and billions of things you could list. If you spend all day thinking about, oh, what am I grateful for? Oh my God, you would never run out of things if you thought about it. I heard a great story of a guy who he was complaining. He said, "There's nothing to be grateful. I got nothing to be grateful for." And as he said that, a cancer patient walked by him. It's like, get a hold of yourself. And by the way, not living this life of mediocrity, that is the biggest slap in the face to God. If you believe in God and you believe God gave you a life, then why would you squander it? Why would you take the greatest gift God could give you and not live it with the most passion you possibly could? And by the way, you Christian people, or you people who believe in God, I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but that's the first thing. Y'all want to learn the Bible? Learn to be grateful first. Don't be posting pictures of scripture with like sunsets behind them on Facebook until you learn to be grateful. Period. Write down those things. Think about those things. Stop being stupid enough to think you've got anything to complain about. I love when people say they have a gratitude journal, or they think about, or they're grateful for something. I love that because that puts us in the right mindset for excellence. It always does. Start your mornings like that. Here's another thing that I see people doing that helps them be more excellent all the time. They cut out the toxic people in their life and they hang out with positive people who also are striving for excellence and who are also interesting and who also realize that they have only a short time in this life and they don't want to use that time hurting others. They want to use that time living their passion. That's the kind of people you want to be around. If you are currently around someone who's always negative or toxic or doesn't want you to succeed, your job is not to change people. Your job is to walk away from those kinds of people, period. And by the way, if you don't, you're doing them a great disservice. Here comes the street sweeper. as always, this time of day, two or three times, right past. I have the cleanest street in town, I swear to God I must. Okay. Sorry. So you're doing someone a great disservice if you let them continue to behave in a toxic manner towards you. You're letting them waste their time. Don't do it. Walk away. Walk away and let them learn why they don't have anyone around them, because they're toxic. Another way we can get out of this rut of mediocrity is to increase our own self-worth by learning something. Take a class, improve yourself, meditate, learn something you've always wanted to learn. Get better every day. Don't get stuck in the rut of I can't. It's boring. It's boring. And it's a waste of the time that God gave you. How about this? And I love this. Celebrate this life, where you live, and the things that are going on in this town. I looked at the calendar for this town from this weekend until Jesus comes. There is something going on in this town. There are concerts, talks, celebrations, festivals. I mean, I am so busy here. I am busier here than I have ever been in my life in Greenville, Alabama. I run around trying to get everything in every day, and I miss out on half of the stuff going on in this town. When people say nothing's going on in this town, I know they're not using their brain power, and they're just repeating these things that people say for no reason. It's boring. Get out of that. There's plenty of stuff to do. And by the way, when you participate in those things, you make it more like you. I know I'm sounding a little bitchy, but I am passionate about a lot of things, but one of them is the possibility of this town. We've got so much going for us. We do. And part of our job now, especially you younger people, is that when you hear these negative comments, laugh and go, I don't see it that way at all. It's not that way for me. Whenever anybody says something negative about this town, by the way, the negative stuff that's not true, which most of it is not true, I say, well, I don't see it that way. I think this is a magical, amazing town. I love the people here. I have so much fun every day because something comes to me every day that is absolutely freaking hilarious. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the people so much. And guess what? I'm not special. This is if you open your eyes to see it. I heard someone on YouTube say, max out your life. Live it. Have passion for something. Anything. The weirder, the better, by the way, Mildred. The weirder, the better. You want to be like everyone else? Well, then you have just said no thank you to all the gifts and talents that God has given you. Grow up. Be special. Because guess what? You already are. Don't waste a second of the life you've been given here on this earth. And here's another thing. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. I see a lot of people, pseudo-Christians. I'm going to call them pseudo-Christians because they have a lot to say, but they don't live it, And there's a lot of people yelling about this abortion thing in New York, which I don't really want to get into the details of that because it does seem horrible, yes. But there's a lot of people yelling about abortion. They just abort a baby and, whatever. It is bad, okay? I give you that. But they're yelling about abortion when they have been given a life and choose not to fucking live it. Sorry, I know. I said the F-bomb. Oh, see, and here's another fake thing that people do, is they get offended by bad language, but then they live their lives in such a way. This is the fourth time that street sweeper has gone by. But they live their life in such a way as to not appreciate the one they were given. You want to protect the lives of unborn babies. Show how much you value life by living your own and making your own life, worthy of something. Deep breath, Ann. Okay. So I guess I'm doing this because I see so much potential in town, and I see so much talent and resources and just the greatness of the people around me in this town, and sometimes they don't see it in themselves. So I just want you to know I love you. I don't want you to waste a second of this life. Love whoever you want to love, and leave whoever you need to leave. And you know what? Live a life worth living. So that's what I wanted to leave you with today. Let's break the habit of mediocrity in this town. We are filled with excellence and passion in this town. Let's show it. Have a great day, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Mwah!